Hi, everybody, and welcome to Whitten Field as we get ready for softball here. The final home game of the regular season for College of the Canyon Sophomore Day here from COC as Bakersfield and College of the Canyons getting set to hook it up for the final time this year. The Renegades at 20-18, College of the Canyons at 20-19. Both are right next to each other in the WSC-South standings. The highest either can finish at this point is third in the Western State Conference South Division. Bakersfield right now holding a slight edge at 8-3 in conference play, while College of the Canyons at 7-4 is a game behind them at the moment. A Canyons win today would vault them into third place as they would hold the tiebreaker over Bakersfield, as right now Bakersfield and Canyons have played one game, Canyons winning that game early on in the season. So Bakersfield needing a split today, they would lock up third place outright. They can't finish in second, though, unless Antelope Valley loses to LA Mission College here today. That would be the only way Bakersfield can get into second place, so really not in control of their own destiny here today. As we'll get you the starting lineup, starting with the Bakersfield offense here today, as Casey Goodman going to send the following unit to the plate to start things today. Sadie Salas will lead things off. Aaliyah Perez will bat in the 2 spot. Then Briley Bramhall will bat in the 3 spot. Serenity Angulo batting 4th. Andrea Barajas, the catcher, in the 5 spot. Elizabeth Aldretti, the DP. Then Jennifer Padilla batting 7th. Clarissa Rivera batting 8th. And Isabel Harrison batting 9th, with Alexia Martinez, the pitcher, as the flex today. They will face Akane Gonzalez getting the start for College of the Canyons once again today. Gonzalez this season 11-9 with a 3.72 ERA on the year, as she's pitched 141 innings, has given up 156 hits, 86 runs, 75 of them earned, with 50 walks and 51 strikeouts on the season. As we are ready to go, Canyons and Bakersfield here on this Tuesday, final home game of the regular season, final game of the regular season for College of the Canyons. Bakersfield one more. They'll take on one of the top teams in the state in Mount Sac later on this week. Here's Sadie Salas to lead things off. Batting .391 on the season is Salas, with 50 hits and 128 at-bats, including 12 doubles, 4 triples, and a home run, as she takes the first pitch inside, and we are underway here from Whitten Field. Salas this season has been excellent at the plate. Very tough out. Talk about 18 walks, just 11 strikeouts. When you look at the numbers this season for Harrison, for Salas, she's 7th in at-bats, 4th in plate appearances with 149 this season. Unfortunately, her average, despite being at .391, is not in the top 50 of the state, but she's 33rd in doubles with those 12 and 21st in triples with 4. She's scored 39 runs this season, right now riding an 8-game hitting streak as she gets hit in the leg, so it's not a walk, but it basically was, as it's 4 pitches, none of them find the strike zone for Akane Gonzalez. And the leadoff runner aboard for Bakersfield here in Sadie Salas. That'll bring us to Aaliyah Perez batting in the 2 spot today. Perez, .396 hitter. Perez this season with 44 hits, 3 doubles, 3 triples, 11 walks, and 8 strikeouts, as the wind has picked up and it is kind of shuttling from over the mountain here and swirling a little bit, blowing out towards right for the most part. This is the heaviest wind we've pretty much had all season. 5 straight pitches out of the zone from Akane Gonzalez, and that's going to bring Leanne Lopez out to try and settle her down. It'll give us a chance to set the defense for College of the Canyons here today. As the Cougars defense, a little different today. Janice Jimenez at first, Skylar Vanoli at second, Brooke Petretti at short, and Alexia Mejia at third. We've seen that quite a bit. Krista Vierik in left, Mia Reese in center. The change is Paige Picor out and right, getting the start here today on sophomore day, with Leanne Lopez, the catcher, behind the plate. Perez this season has only 1 sacrifice hit on the year, but this is a Bakersfield squad that's 3rd in the state in sacrifice hits. They've got 20 of them this season. They don't run a lot, just 41 stolen bases on 46 attempts. It's right about middle of the state right now, as it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count here to Perez. Waits on the pitch from Gonzalez as the lefty slap runs ahead, takes it down and in, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. And kind of spinning us around at the moment. This ball swung on and missed. Good pitch that time from Akane Gonzalez. Gets herself back in the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Heavy gust just coming through right now on us. So we wait on a 2-2 pitch. That one misses out and away. So the count now full. Freshman trying to fight through the battle here in Akane Gonzalez. So we'll stay 3 balls and 2 strikes here with Perez at the plate. 3-2 delivery on the way, chopped on the ground. Got to be a tough play for Vanoli charging. She throws it, but it's a little bit too hot for Janice Jimenez to handle. Likely going to be scored a base hit for Aaliyah Perez, but we'll wait and see. So 2 runners aboard here for Bakersfield to start. They're in business as Briley Bramhall, who's perhaps their most dangerous offensive threat in terms of driving and runs. Only batting .331 on the year, but she's got 23 RBIs. Her and Serenity Angulo. Angulo actually with 42 on the season leads the way. Bramhall takes a strike. So tough start for Akane Gonzalez and Canyons here in the first. He said the Cougars need to win today to secure 3rd place in the conference. A win also probably keeps them right about 13th, 14th, as that's a base hit out into center field. That's going to bring a run home. And it's a 1-0 in favor of Bakersfield on an RBI base hit from Briley Bramhall. As we said for Canyons, they need a win today to secure 3rd in the conference. They're 14th right now in the RPI. Bakersfield at 13th in RPI. His first pitch swinging here is Angulo, and she just gets it out of play into the Bakersfield dugout. They did score the Perez play an error on Skylar Vanoli. So for Vanoli, her 7th error of the season. Get the base runners here dialed in on our scoreboard as it's 1-0 in favor of Bakersfield. Serenity Angulo standing in. 405 hitter this season, heading out of the cleanup spot. Shows bunt here, and she's going to offer at it, so it's a strike, and it makes it 0-2. Angulo, 47 for 116 so far in the year with 8 doubles, 2 triples, 4 home runs, and 42 runs batted in. She's got hits in 5 of her last 6. A little bit of a slowdown through March, through the end of March and the start of April. 0 for 10 in a 4-game set between March 29th and April 3rd. She's turned it back around here. She hits this one up the middle. That'll get down for a base hit. All Mia Reese can do is get it in, and it's the bases loaded for Bakersfield here. Back-to-back hits for Bramhall and Angulo. And now Andrea Barajas will have a chance to try and do some damage for Bakersfield here in this first inning. So not the start that Canyons wanted here. Cougars in a touch of trouble right now. One already across for Bakersfield. Barajas trying to make it more. 243 on the season for Barajas. Has a home run and 17 runs batted in. Takes a called strike on the inside corner underneath the hands. It's 0-1. Barajas, 6 extra base hits in total on the season. Just 26 hits and 107 at-bats. She's 7 of 23 since April 1st. She swings and fouls this one off to the left over the Canyons dugout and out of play. So we go no balls and 2 strikes here to Barajas. Canyon's still looking for their first out of the inning. So the first 4 batters have all reached, and 1 has scored. An 0-2 spinner misses just down. Barajas waits on a 1-2. Another spinner, this time down in the zone, well outside the zone. So she was tight to the zone was Gonzalez on the first pitch to Barajas, 0-2. The second pitch to Barajas on 1-2 went further out of the zone. We'll see if she comes and attacks the zone here on a 2-2 pitch. Barajas waits. This time Gonzalez misses up. Make it 3 balls and 2 strikes. Barajas waits. 3-2 fouled away as Barajas chased out of the zone. So again, we'll reset 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out in the bases loaded for Bakersfield here in the first. Barajas chases again, probably up and out of the zone, and again fouls it away. Final softball webcast for us in the regular season. Here we'll have one more in the baseball regular season on Thursday against West LA. We hope you join us for that as well. We went on a 3-2 to Barajas again. That one misses away. First true walk issued by Akane Gonzalez. Bakersfield has a 2-0 lead, as Salas and Perez have both scored. And Kennedy Sorensen going to come out to chat here. It's a pretty rough start for Akane Gonzalez so far. Sorensen visit probably as much about getting Nicole Murrow a chance to loosen up as it is trying to just settle down the freshman pitcher in Akane Gonzalez. Elizabeth Aldretti, the DP, will stand in. 239 on the season for Aldretti, just 17 hits on the year and 71 at bats. Chance to try and drive in some runs. As she takes a called strike, it's 0-1. Renegades already with the 2-0 lead. This one fouled straight back over the screen, and it's 0-2 here to Aldretti. Five to the plate so far. Nobody's been retired. Aldretti, the 6th hitter in the lineup for Bakersfield. It's 0-2 to Aldretti down in the dirt. Good block by Akane Gonzalez. Or, excuse me, by Leanne Lopez. And again, we go now 1-2 here. This one softly hit, and that'll get out to the outfield for a base hit. 1 run will score. Mia Reese will get it back in as Bakersfield continues station to station. They've got a 3-0 lead, as scoring is Briley Bramhall that time, as it's 3 singles in the inning, a walk, an error. 6 up. 3 have come across. Nobody has been retired. And Jennifer Padilla comes to the plate. So a less than ideal Canyon start here as Padilla, 232 hitter, takes the first pitch down. Padilla 16 for 69 since April 1st, 6 of 23. That one just misses. Gonzalez in more trouble here. 2 balls and no strikes. That one misses down. Make it 3-0 here. So after she had both Barajas and Aldretti, 0-2. Gave up a walk and a single. Now she's behind 3-0 here to Jennifer Padilla. Bakersfield hasn't hit one hard yet, but they found gaps. And they've worked walks. Second walk of the inning issued. 4 runs across for Bakersfield here in the first, as Angulo comes home. And the 8th hitter to the plate, and Clarissa Rivera now will step in. Rivera, a 286 hitter, 16 for 56. Still nobody out in the inning. Indians could use a double play ball right now. At this point, just anything. For both these teams today, a win does a lot. Like we said, for Bakersfield, it keeps you alive for second, but likely you're going to finish third with Antelope Valley playing LA Mission today. As LA Mission just 5-6 in conference play. And Antelope Valley at 27-7. LA Mission just 12-26 on the year. So you're likely looking at third place if you're Bakersfield, which would likely keep you at 13th in the RPI. They generally see the 3C2A playoffs according to the RPI. For Canyons, a win today may vault you over Bakersfield to 13th, and you'll just switch places, but that's about it. I would have to imagine that everybody kind of is locked into their spots now in the RPI. Canyons just 5/100ths of a percentage point behind Bakersfield at the moment in terms of RPI. So there's not much room for anybody. So Canyons maybe just trying to avoid the play-in at the most, as 15, 16, 17, and 18 in the South will play play-in games to see who makes the traditional bracket. The top 14 are locked into the bracket. This one hit on the ground towards Mejia. She'll come to the plate for 1. That's all Canyon will get, as Barajas cut down. So 1 away here in the inning. 9th batter to the plate here in Isabella Harrison. It's Harrison in the 9th spot, batting .320 this year, 33 for 103. The lefty takes a strike. Harrison 9 RBI this season, 7 hits, or hits in 7 of the last 8 games. Had a 6-game hitting streak, but had that snapped actually against Antelope Valley College. Went 0 for 3 on the 15th. Takes the 1 pitch down. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind is picked up once again. This one fouled away by Harrison. Make it 1-2. So again, Akana Gonzalez with a 2-strike count on a Bakersfield hitter. Harrison just kind of reaches out and pokes one to stay alive. This one hit on the ground. That's going to get by Jimenez. 1 run will score. Bakersfield will bring 2 to the plate. And into second base is Harrison. 6-0 in favor of Bakersfield. For Harrison, a hot shot off the glove of Janice Jimenez. Wait on official scoring, but Bakersfield is batted around here. And Sadie Salas comes back in. So a big hole for Canyons here. Salas hit by a pitch on the fourth pitch of the opening at bat on a 3-0 count, so essentially a walk. Fouls that one away. So Rivera at third. We know Aldretti and Padilla both score. Waiting on the official scoring for Harrison's ball in play. They'll score at a double. This one hit in the air. Mia Reese drifting back will make the catch. For Salas, this will be enough to score a run, but they actually say that Rivera left early. So Canyons catches a break here. But damage done for Bakersfield. So 8-6-5 for the third out if you're scoring at home. Salas, a hard hit ball out to center, but Mia Reese patrolling makes the play. 6-0 in favor of Bakersfield. An excellent start for the Renegades. We go to the home half of the first inning, and Canyons coming up. We'll give you the Canyons lineup. So we'll try and give you the Canyons lineup here. Well, we'll give it to you verbally here. It'll be Holly Gonzalez to lead things off. Mia Reese in the 2 spot. Janice Jimenez batting third. Krista Vierik in the 4 spot. Followed by Brooke Petretti. Then Paige Pecor, Alexi Mejia batting 7th, Akane Gonzalez batting 8th, and Skylar Vanolate batting 9th. For Bakersfield, Alexia Martinez is scheduled to be in the circle. Martinez this season, 12-16, or 12-6, excuse me, with a 3.10 ERA, 115 innings pitched, 66 runs, 22 walks, 60 strikeouts on the year. Holly Gonzalez to lead things off here for Canyons as they chase 6. Gonzalez 291 on the year. And a little bit of a slump, 0 for her last 9. Gonzalez, one of the state leaders in walks this year, or the state leader in walks this year, with 32 walks on the season. Very patient hitter generally. Pops this one up in foul territory. Drifting over is Bram Hall to make the play. One away. So one down, and here's Mia Reese. Reese batting .407 this season. 37 for 91 with 2 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run. Had a 4-game hitting streak snapped against Glendale on the 15th. Bunts and misses. Over her last 15 games, 15 for 37 with 3 extra base hits. She's 16th in the state in steals. If she gets on, she is dangerous on the bases. 22 of 25 on the year. She swings and lifts this one in the air to shallow center. Perez coming in will make the play. And 2 down. Defensively for Bakersfield today, Padilla, Perez, and Angulo in the outfield. Larissa Rivera at first, Harrison at second, Salas at short, Bram Hall at third, and Barajas behind the plate. So here's Janice Jimenez. Jimenez, the team leader offensively, batting .415 this season. 49 hits, 118 at bats, slugging .653 with a .507 on base. She's 6th in the state in triples with 6. She's 19th in runs batted in with 37. She's got 10 doubles as well. She swings and hits this one on the ground sharply. Bramhall scoops, fires in a 1-2-3 inning for Alexia Martinez. Canyons excessively quiet here in the first. Martinez sets them down in order. A 6-0 lead as we go to the second here from Whitten Field.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
So an excellent Bakersfield start as they lead 6-0. Can't ask for much else if you're the Renegades here today. At least in terms of a start in the ball game. Sent 10 to the plate in the first inning. Alea Perez will lead things off. They had 6 runs on 4 hits. 1 Canyons error and 1 left on base. Canyons got bailed out by Clarissa Rivera leaving early on a ball hit to center field that Mia Reese came up with. Leah Perez reached on an error in her first at bat. Perez, she didn't play the first 8 games of the season, but since then has been excellent, batting .396. Hasn't gone more than 1 game this year without a hit. She's talking about 32 games this season. She's got hits in just about every one of them. She takes the first pitch out and away. She's had hit streaks of 7 and 9 games this season. From March 29th to April 15th, it was a 9-game hitting streak where she went 14 of 33 with a double and 8 runs batted in. Pops this one up in foul territory, back of third. It'll land foul. It makes it 1-1. And a double against AVC on the 15th. Six total extra base hits for her this season. It's been a while since she's had a triple 13 games. Last time she did that was against Folsom Lake. Back on the 22nd of March. Heading the count here, 2 balls and 1 strike. That one misses away, and Akana Gonzalez again just kind of a struggle to find the zone here today. When she has found the zone, it hasn't been tricky for the Bakersfield offense as they have found ways to find base hits and have stayed very patient today. So walk Perez aboard. Bramhall with a base hit earlier in the ball game. One of 6 batters to score in that first. Bramhall had an early 7-game hit streak this season from the 28th to the 17th from February to March, where she was 13 of 25 with 4 doubles and 10 runs batted in. Scored 10 runs in there as well. Since the 20th of March, 15 of 51, so she's slowed down a little bit, but has had 2 home runs, a couple of doubles, 10 runs batted in. She's scored at least 1 run in 7 of the last 9. today. Snapped a streak of 2 straight without a run scored as she walks on 4 pitches. And Akane Gonzalez has lost the zone again here. And that is going to end the day for her as Nicole Murrow is out of the dugout and she will take over. So Murrow takes over here in the second.
7 for 2. 7 for 2. Same spot.
And we'll see Nicole Murrow here today on sophomore day. Murrow 9-8 on the year, a 4.02 ERA. In 24 appearances this year, she's got 95 and 2/3 innings. Given up 114 hits with 82 runs, 55 of those earned. 61 walks and 42 strikeouts. Her last appearance was actually in Game 2 on Saturday against Palomar. Went 4 innings, gave up 12 hits, 10 runs. And 9 of them earned against a very good Palomar team. Palomar actually ending both games in 5 against Canyons, beating them 9-1 and 12-4. Cougars trying to avoid a second 3-game losing streak since the end of March. Their largest losing streak was actually 5 games in the middle of March. Lost to Citrus, West Valley, Sequoias, Antelope Valley, and LA Mission. Haven't had a win streak over 5 games. Really over 3 games since their 5-game winning streak back in February to start the season, where they downed Imperial Valley and Santa Barbara in double headers and then beat Saddleback, splitting 2 against the Bobcats down at Saddleback. 2 on here for Bakersfield, nobody out in the second inning. First pitch from Nicole Murrow to Serenity Angulo in for a called strike. So Murrow's first pitch in there. Angulo, it's in 5 of the last 6, as we said, 19 for her last 20. Swings and lifts this one in the air to shallow right field. Going to be a tough play. That'll land, skips by Paige Picor, but Bakersfield only going to be able to advance 60 feet. So the base is loaded for the Renegades here as Angulo, a looping single out to right field. And now Andrea Barajas will come to the plate, who walked, was cut down at the plate back in the first. Barajas, 7 of her last 23. Trying to stretch it out even more here for Bakersfield, already up 6-0. Nobody out here in the second inning. This one hit sharply on the ground, off the glove of Petretti. That'll bring a run home. So one hopper at Petretti that she could not field. Perez able to score. Everybody else moves up. Bases stay loaded as Elizabeth Andretti will come back to the plate. Andretti 7 for 17. Coming into today since April 4th, has another hit here today. So the Renegade offense rolling here in the first inning and some change. So far for Canyons, they have only actually retired 1 batter. That was the fly ball from Sadie Salas out to center field that Mia Reese made a nice play on. Otherwise, everybody has reached base so far today for Bakersfield. Talk about through the first inning, all 9 of the Renegades reached base in the first. All 4 that have come to the plate here in the third have reached. As they face a new pitcher in Nicole Murrow, who's behind the count here 2-1 to Elizabeth Andretti. This ball fouled away off to the right. It'll get out of play. Two balls and two strikes. So this ball lifted in the air towards shallow center field. Mia Reese will make the catch. She'll charge and fire to the plate. That is in time to cut down Bramhall. Heck of a play from Mia Reese, as she's got her second double play of the ball game. An outfield assist for Mia Reese. And two away here as Jennifer Padilla comes to the plate for Bakersfield, playing with house money in a 7-0 lead. Might as well try and challenge Reese on that one. And she throws an absolute strike to Leanne Lopez to cut down Bramhall at the plate. So runners on second and third as everybody advanced 60 feet. Angulo over at third, Barajas out at second. Padilla at the plate trying to bring them home with two away here, facing Nicole Murrow in this second inning. This one fouled away off to the right. Makes the count 1-1. Pitch misses up. Two balls and one strike here to Padilla. Make it 3-1. Ball lifted in the air towards shallow center field. Going to be a tough play for Reese, but she comes in and makes the catch. So a couple of nice plays from Mia Reese. Bakersfield gets one here in the third. Or the second, excuse me. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. Renegades with a 7-0 lead.
Whether we're on the move or stuck in one place, it's with us, comforting, healing, and transforming lives. It's the power of you. With 4 world-class hospitals and over 170 clinics across Southern California, together, we're building a healthier community. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family. It begins with you. UCLA Health.
Vierick, Petretti, and Picor scheduled up for Canyons here in their half of the second inning. Jason, 7-0. The good news is it's not 8 runs right now, so you've got time. Bad news in softball in a 7-inning game, time is not on your side when you dig yourself a 7-0 hole. Vierick will try and get things started here for Canyons. 360 hitter on the season. Didn't start playing until about game 4 of the year, and didn't get starts until about 5 or 6 games after that, and has been hard to keep out of the lineup. She's just been excellent at the plate out of the left-hand side. So he said 360 hitter, 36 for 100, with 5 extra base hits, 4 of those doubles. Since the 6th of March, she's 31 of 78. with 4 extra base hits. She's driven in 18 runs. She pops this one up, and it'll actually go off the head of Bramhall. Let's hope she's okay here. Ball kind of got into the netting, and I think might have changed direction just enough to miss the glove of Bramhall. Tough to see on the screen as it's right by the dugout where the shadows are. That'll bring the athletic training staff, Casey Goodman and her coaching staff, out to check on their third baseman. It's tough to see from where we sit off to the right of the cameras here. The stand's kind of in our way, but I want to say the ball might have skimmed the netting just enough to change directions on Bramhall. Now it's just a question of, especially since they hit her in the head, concussions and those types of things, very high on the list of things to check out in the 3C2A. So I think Bramhall will stay in there. So Vierik will get new life here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bramhall stays in. Martinez's delivery, and Vierik hits one deep to right field. That ball is gone! A solo shot for Krista Vierik, her first of her career, and Canyons is on the board here in the second on a no-doubter from the freshman. Vierik hits it so hard out to right that it actually got over the protective screen and went out into the parking lot, taking aim at some of the cars out there in right field. From the staff parking lot, and Canyons gets one back here in the second, as now Brooke Petretti will stand in. Petretti, a .315 hitter on the year. And maybe just what Canyons needed to get going. Vierik with some new life on the ball that went off of Bramhall and then made Martinez pay. With a no-doubt shot to right. Petretti takes a strike. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Brooke on a modest 3-game hitting streak. 4 for her last 8 with a home run. 2 RBIs and a run scored. She's started to heat back up since March 22nd as she swings and hits this one on a line out to center field, and Perez had to go down to her knees to make the play. So one away, but Petretti hits it hard. That'll bring us to Paige Pecor, the sophomore, getting the start here today. 238 for Pecor this season, 10 for 42. The double and a triple. 1 for 4 over her last 5 games with a triple and an RBI. She hits here from the right side, takes a called strike. Good pitch from Martinez that time, rising through the zone that Petretti gave a Pecor gave a healthy hack at, but could not drive. So it's 0-2 here. Martinez back to work. Changes the location in the zone. Gets well off the plate, trying to see if they can get Petretti to change, or Pecor, to chase. Switch batters here in my head. Pecor just 2 strikeouts on the season. She waits on a 1-2 pitch from Martinez. That one lifted in the air. Going to be trouble down the line and right, but it's going to land just foul. So Pecor will come back to the plate. Angulo, Harrison, and Rivera are all going after that one. Nobody could come up with it. So we'll do it again on 1 and 2. Pecor takes up. Martinez kind of lost it up and in a little bit. So the count back to 2 and 2 here to Paige Pecor. Good take. Close to the zone, but just down and out. So Pecor's worked it back to a 3-2 count here. Canyons with a run across on the solo home run from Krista Vierik to lead the inning off. Pecor trying to give him a base runner here. As she swings and hits this one out into center field, that's a base hit for Paige Pecor. So Canyons with a run-out base runner. As Pecor reaches on a soft line drive single out into center field. And Alexia Mejia will step in. Mejia in her sophomore day. Batting .295 on the year. 13 for 44 with 7 RBIs. She has 4 doubles on the season. Mejia not known for her bat necessarily, but is an excellent defender at third base. This is why she's in the lineup pretty much game in, game out for College of the Canyons. Canyons does run a lot. It's the first base runner we've seen today. And I would not be shocked to see John Wismath try and challenge Andrea Barajas. Canyons this season is the #1 team in stolen bases with 133. They're the #1 team in attempts with 147. They've only been caught 14 times in 147 attempts this year. They run a lot. That is what the game plan is generally. For Bakersfield, they catch about 15 or 11%, of the base runners that run against them. 54 stolen bases allowed on 61 attempts this season. So Mejia fouls it away, and that time Pecor in motion late. Pecor 6 for 6 this season when pressed into motion trying to steal. We wait on a 2-2 pitch. Good tank from Mejia not to chase the spinner down. Nicole Murrow, who replaced Akane Gonzalez, waits in the on-deck circle. 3-2, Mejia hits it on the ground. Bramhall's only play is to first, dug out nicely by Rivera. So 2 away. Picor moves up. So Nicole Murrow will get a chance to hit here. 243 on the year for Murrow. Just 9 for 37. The pitcher's spot has been a struggle at the plate this year for Canyon, as they've had Leanne Lopez in the flex. So either Akane Gonzalez or Nicole Murrow have hit this year. Between the two of them, just 16 hits. Granted, in limited at bats, but Murrow lines this one foul up the third base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here to Nicole Murrow. As Alexia Martinez, after giving up the home run, got Petretti to line sharply, really sharply to center field. Then a base hit from Picor. Mejia grounded to third. Now a strike away from keeping it to just 1. This one fouled back over our heads. If anything for Canyons, you get a little bit of positive in the inning, and you just try and chip away. So Murrow hits this one in the air to right field. Angulo, fighting the sun, will find it and make the play, and that'll end the inning. So a solo home run from Krista Vierick. A base hit from Paige Picor. A 7-1 lead for Bakersfield as we go to the third here from Whitten Field.
Make hosting your next event easy with the Dr. Diane G. Van Hook University Center. With over 30 meeting spaces, wireless video teleconferencing capabilities, food service, and technical support available, the University Center has everything you need to make your next event shine. Conveniently located near the 5 and 14 freeways in Santa Clarita, the University Center offers easy access to local airports and many attractions, making it the ideal meeting place for everyone. To learn more about our rental options or to book now, visit canyons.edu/University Center.
Rivera, Harrison, and Salas scheduled here in the third. Only 2 Bakersfield hitters have hit into outs, or excuse me, 3 Bakersfield hitters have hit into outs today. All have been fly balls to center field where Mia Reese patrols. Rivera reached on a fielder's choice back in the first inning, and then was doubled off at third base for leaving early on a Salas fly ball to center field. Burrow behind in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. That one in for a strike, makes it 2-1. This ball hit on the ground off the glove of Mejia. That's a tough play to the left for Alexia Mejia. Rivera able to reach. And the leadoff runner aboard for Bakersfield. Here's Isabella Harrison, doubled down the right field line back in the first. Brought home a couple of runs. Scored an error on Alexia Mejia. So for Mejia, her 4th error of the year. Seen errors on both corner infielders so far today and on Brooke Petretti. 3 errors in the ball game on Canyon so far. That one in for a strike makes it 2-1. For Harrison, the double back in the first is just her 2nd of the year. Way ahead here, 3 balls and 1 strike. It's Bakersfield trying to get back to the top of the order here. This 3rd inning. Renegades sniffing an 8 after 5 style game. With a 6-run lead. Murrow walks Harrison. So both the 8 and the 9 hitters reach base. 2 on here in the inning to start. Sadie Salas, who's been hit by a pitch and flown out, comes to the plate. Still working on an 8-game hitting streak. Shows bunt, bunts it in front of the plate. The only play for Murrow is first. So a nicely placed sacrifice bunt from Salas. For the first out of the inning. So Salas gives herself up. Runners in scoring position for Bakersfield. And Aaliyah Perez coming to the plate, who's walked and reached on an error. First pitch to Perez in for a strike. Center fielder. Lefty slap hitter. Ready for a 1-1 as Murrow back inside the circle up on the rubber. That one fouled away. Perez waits on a 1-2. Runners on 2nd and 3rd here for Bakersfield, 1 away. Murrow tries to get her to chase, but a good take from Perez. So hard to do when you're running as a slap hitter, to lay off pitches that are maybe up and out of the zone, as it looks so good to your eyes and then maybe rises over the bat. Especially running ahead, everything kind of either rises or falls. Nothing really stays level on you. Good take once again. The count back to full. So Murrow in danger of putting 3 Renegades out on the bases. This one hit on the ground. Murrow knocks it down. Her only play is first, but her knocking it down actually saves a run, as Rivera unable to advance. That's a big play here in the inning, as Murrow just getting a glove on it, knocking it down, and then calmly firing to first to get Perez. Now with 2 away, and Bramhall comes to the plate, who singled and walked. So remember that play here if Murrow gets out of 2 on, nobody out jam. Keeps it at a 6-run ball game for the moment. Way behind here to Bramhall, though. 2 balls, no strikes. Canyons now 3 errors in the ball game. That's 56 on the season. Came into the game with 53, 37th most errors in the state. They have turned 2 double plays, though, today, which gives them now 7 on the year, although both untraditional double plays. Both off plays in center field by Mia Reese. Got Rivera or doubled off Rivera as she left early. And then cut down Briley Bramhall at the plate back in the second. So an outfield assist for Reese on that one. For Reese, just her 3rd assist of the season. She's also only made 3 errors on the year. 55 putouts out in center field. Bramhall takes. So a 2-out walk loads the bases. Second walk issued to Bramhall today. Here's Angulo now. Chance to try and break this one back open. Angulo, team leader in RBIs with 42 this year. It's this one foul off to the right. Close the book on Akane Gonzalez for the moment. She could always re-enter. But she goes an inning plus, gives up 7 runs. Didn't strike anybody out, walked 3. Angulo lifts this one in the air. Second baseman Vanoli backing up. Will make the play, and that'll end the inning. So Bakersfield leaves the bases loaded here. Murrow got herself into trouble, but got out of it. Doesn't give anything up. We go to the home half of the 3rd inning. 7-1 in favor of Bakersfield here from Whitten Field. But only Gonzalez and Reese scheduled up for Canyons here. But only 246 on the season. It's hit the ball hard lately, just has been a little bit snake bitten. 10 for her last 76 since February 25th. Been a bit of a struggle for the freshman second baseman out of John Burroughs High School. She had a 7-game hitting streak to start the year, but has cooled off significantly. 18 of her 28 hits in the first 11 games of the year for Vinole. Again, last week plus has hit the ball hard, much harder than she was during the bulk of this extended slump, but just a little bit snake bit and hit the ball right at people. She waits on a 1-1 here. This one hit on the ground, a 2-hopper right at Salas. So Vinole down 6-3 for the first out here in the third inning. Go back to the top of the order, Yahali Gonzalez, who popped out in foul territory to Briley Bramhall back in the first. Gonzalez 0 for her last 10 now over the last 4 games. So she's running into an inopportune time slump just ahead of the playoffs here for Canyons. Trying to turn it around here, get Canyons a 1-out base runner. Takes the first pitch inside. Gonzalez, as we said, #1 in the state in walks with 32. She's #1 in the state in plate appearances with 153. 117 total at-bats on the year. She scored 36 runs. She's stolen 21 bases on 26 attempts. Those 21 steals are 19th most in the state. Again, this is a Canyons team. When they get on base, generally lethal. They steal a lot of bags. So credit Alexia Martinez today. She has held Canyons to just 1 base runner in the ball game. That was Paige Pecor. The only other hit she's given up, unfortunately, a solo home run to Krista Vierick. 3 balls and no strikes here to Yahali Gonzalez. That went in for a strike. Gonzalez thought it was out of the zone, so she'll have to stay and wait here. Wasn't happy with the call from Earl Thomas, the home plate umpire. William Smith is the field umpire today. Gonzalez hits this one on the ground towards second. Harrison charging, scoops, and fires. So 2 down, and here comes Mia Reese. Reese flew out to center field in her first at bat. 407 on the year. Had an inside the park home run earlier in the season, and a ball that was hit out to center got past the center fielder, and Reese just lethal speed. Chased all the way around the bases with really no contest. Had a big triple the other day against Ventura. Late in the ball game. It was a tight game, a 2-1 loss. Hits this one on the ground towards second. Harrison there, and so a 1-2-3 inning here in the third for Alexia Martinez. Canyon's starting to run out of time here. We go to the fourth, 7-1 in favor of Bakersfield.
Welcome to College of the Canyons, where students become the success stories of tomorrow. Whether you're already in the workforce or just getting started, our flexible schedules are a game changer. And students don't just earn degrees, they catapult into desirable careers in top 4-year universities for just $46 per unit. Quality education without crushing debt. Ditch the cookie-cutter mold of college and make college work for you. Register now at canyons.edu/schedule.
Barajas, Andretti, and Padilla due up for Bakersfield. Barajas 0 for 1, reached on an error back in the second and walked in the first. Renegades 7 runs on 5 hits. Have left 6 on. Aided by 3 Canyons errors so far in the ballgame. Cougars just 1 run on 2 hits. Bakersfield has been clean defensively so far today. Murrow behind on the count 2-0. Part of the issue for Canyons has really just been staying out of the strike zone for the most part. They have not been consistent in pitching to the zone and have fallen behind in a lot of counts. Murrow gets some help as Barajas kind of bails her out on a pitch that was out of the zone up. Makes it 2-1. This one hit on the ground, a 1-hopper to Mejia. One away. One down for Elizabeth Andretti. Singled and drove in a run back in the first. Flew out to center field in the second. Had the bases loaded at that point. Hit a shallow fly ball that Mia Reese charged to and caught and fired a strike to Leanne Lopez to cut down Briley Bramhall to plate. Of 2 double plays on fly balls to center field so far in the day for Canyons. Outside of that, the Krista Vieira home run, there really hasn't been much else positive for the Cougars. Trying to get something going here in the fourth. Starting with a 1-2-3 inning potentially. Nicole Murrow can get it done. She's got the first out. She's got to get 2 more. She's behind in the count here. Actually, even in the count, Andretti at 1-1. Overthrows a bit and misses the target. Lopez able to save it. Makes it 2-1. Good take by Aldretti that time. Murrow threw the same pitch to Barajas on a 2-0 pitch and got some help from Barajas. Tried to go with it against Aldretti here on a 2-1 and didn't get help. So now it's 3-1. Spinner down, another walk. 6th walk of the day issued by Canyons. 3rd issued by Nicole Murrow. One out base runner here for Jennifer Padilla. Padilla walked and scored in the first, flew out to center field to end the third. That one in the dirt. Lopez blocked it but didn't find it, and Aldretti able to move ahead. So 1 out base runner in scoring position now for Bakersfield. They lead by 6. This one hit up the middle. That'll get through for a base hit. They won't challenge Mia Reese this time, as they'll just send Aldretti to 3rd. So it'll split the runners, put them on the corners. A base hit for Padilla. And now Clarissa Rivera, who's reached twice but is 0 for 2, will come to the plate. Bakersfield a little gun shy that time after Reese showed off the arm from about the same spot back in the 3rd. And I don't blame the Renegades that time to kind of say, you know what, we're going to see if our offense can just get it done traditionally. It's David Harding, the 3rd base coach today. Casey Goodman working off the first base side. 1-0 pitch in for a strike. Good take from Rivera there on a 1-1 pitch. Rivera only 5 of 13 coming into today since April 1st. 2 of those 5, though, home runs. She only had 6 at-bats pretty much through the entire month of March. Not had a lot of opportunities. She's way ahead here, 3-1. Moreau in danger of walking the bases loaded. It would be the 4th inning in a row that Bakersfield has had the bases full. Good pitch that time right at the top of the zone for a strike on a swing and a miss by Rivera. Bakersfield 6 runs in the first, loaded the bases up at one point in there. They loaded the bases up in the second, only got 1 run. Loaded the bases up in the third, didn't get anything. Rivera chases late. Murrow has her first strikeout, 2 away here in the inning. We go back to the bottom of the order and Isabel Harrison. Canyon's trying to get better every inning at this point from the mound, or the circle standpoint. Harrison doubled home a couple of runs back in the first, walked back in the second, or the third, scratch that. Takes the first pitch down. At the dangerous top of the order coming back around, and Salas, Perez, and Bramhall. Would like to get out of this inning without having to face them. This one hit on the ground. Vanoli scoops it on 2 hops. Fires a strike over to Jimenez. So a better inning for Canyons in the circle that time. They give up a walk and a hit, but nothing else. We go to the home half of the 4th inning. Still a 6-run ball game here from Whitten Field. Three, 4, and 5 due up for Canyons here in the 4th. Jimenez, who grounded a third in her first at bat to lead things off. Jimenez trying to recapture what was an amazing first, really 3 quarters of her freshman season to start hitting .415 on the year. Has kind of just been riding that over the last few games. Has kind of, you've seen it from her, been pressing a little bit more. Just 4 of her last 18 over the last 6 games. Really coming since the 10th of April when she snapped an 11-game hitting streak against Mission. From an outside onlooker on, kind of almost looks just like she's not having as much fun up at the plate as she did early on in the season, trying to force things a little bit too much. That'll get you into some trouble. Fouls that one off as chases one up in the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Jimenez has shown really the potential to be an All-American type player. Certainly an all-conference honoree in her future here. She waits on a 2-2 from Martinez, takes down. Look, the numbers are video game-like here at times. .415 average, .653 slugging, .507 on base. 49 hits, 10 doubles, 6 triples, 2 home runs, 37 runs batted in, 22 walks, just 6 strikeouts. By the way, she scored 44 runs, which is 4th most in the state, and she's stolen 28 bases on 29 attempts, which is 8th most steals in the state. So, like we said, video game style numbers for the freshman out of Granada Hills Charter. As she waits on a 3-2. Surefire all-conference selection. Just a matter of if she can try and lead this heavily freshman group deep in the playoffs. Takes called strike 3 at the knees. So Men is down on strikes. Here's Krista Vierik, solo home run back in the second inning. Her first career home run. Took a 1-2 pitch to deep right field. Over the protective netting and out off of a couple of cars out in the staff parking lot out there behind right field. It's on a 1-0 here from Martinez. Really, her and Paige Pecor are the only two that have done anything of note offensively. Vierik, the home run, Pecor a single, Martinez otherwise a 2-hit ball game so far. Through 3 1/3. Ready to deliver a 1-1 to Vierik. Misses down and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. See if John Wismath starts to try and find some pop off the bench. He's got Avery Alvarez, got Isabel Mena, both waiting. Can't really target Nicole Murrow, the pitcher's spot, as she's already replaced Takana Gonzalez, so you would think maybe Alexia Mejia, Skylar Vanoli, as we get deep in this game, might be pinch hit for and then re-entered back into the game defensively. Maybe Paige Pecor, although Pecor has a little bit of pop. 3 balls and 1 strike to Vierik. She'll work a walk, so Vierik's got a home run and a walk. 1 out base runner here for Canyons. Here's Brooke Petretti, hit the ball hard back in the second inning, but it hung up long enough for Aaliyah Perez out in center field to get to it. Had to make the play down on her knees, but made the play nonetheless. It's the second time through the order here for College of the Canyons, as Martinez has held them to just 2 hits and a walk. 3 above the minimum so far in the ball game. First pitch is a called strike. We'll see if Vierik gets put in motion. 11 for 13 on the gear. This one hit on the ground. That one went off the glove of the third baseman, Bramhall, trying to dive. And it'll put runners at first and second here. So for Canyons, you're in business now here in this 4th inning. 2 on now for Paige Pecor. See what the official scoring is on the Petretti ground ball. They give it an error. So the first error of the ball game on Bakersfield. Canyons will go to work with Pecor, who's got one of the 2 Canyons hits at the plate. Singled back to center field back in the second inning. Makes a called strike. Not a pitch she could really handle down under the hands on the inside. So she'll wait for something better here. That one misses inside. Martinez went further in that time to see if she could get Petretti to chase. Canyons offense being held very quiet today. 302 on the season has been this offense. This one chopped to third. Stepping on third is Bramhall for 1. On to first, and it is not in time, they say. Pecor maybe half a step ahead. So it's a fielder's choice. You cut down Vierick. 5 unassisted for the second out. You put Petretti at second. You put Pecor at first. And you bring Avery Alvarez to hit here for Alexia Mejia. So as we guessed, John Wismath gonna opt for a little pop in Alvarez. Alvarez this season, 216, 8 for 37, has 4 extra base hits in her 8 at bats, or her 8 base hits though, including 2 home runs. Certainly a long ball right now would change the complexion of this game just a bit, as it's a 6-run Bakersfield lead. Likely to see Mejia re-enter, although Alvarez could stay in there and play third. We have seen that this season as well. Takes in his 2 balls and no strikes. Nicole Murrow waits in the on-deck circle. Skylar Vernoli behind that. The 2 on and 2 away here in the 4th. Alvarez in a good hitter's count here. 2 balls and no strikes. Martinez's delivery at the knees for a strike on the outer half of the plate makes it 2-1. College of the Canyon still a chance to make the playoffs, like we said. We've talked about that a little bit. Certainly that's in the vision for John Wismath. But looking ahead beyond this season, just 4 sophomores this year for Wismath Company. And that's really interesting to think about with this heavy group of freshmen coming back next year. Alvarez down on strikes, and a great pinch from Martinez. So the pinch hitting does not work. Canyons leaves 2 aboard here in the 4th. It's still a 6-run ball game. Finish that thought when we come back. Bakersfield with a 7-1 lead as we go to the 5th. Bakersfield 5th here. Salas, Perez, Bramhall, the scheduled hitters, facing Murrow. Renegades holding a 6-run lead. Salas 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. Or 0 for 1, excuse me, with a sac bunt hit by a pitch and a run scored. Trying to extend an 8-game hitting streak. Remember, Renegades with 1 more game on the schedule tomorrow against Mount Sac. On the road at Mount Sac. That is a tough back-to-back trips. Canyon's a close trip for Bakersfield, one of the closer ones they'll have this year. Just down the 99 and the 5 freeway, about an hour. But then to get out to Mount Sac, you talk about all the way out through the IE, essentially. This ball hit out into left center field. Salas will extend her hitting streak to 9 games. She'll round and be into second with a stand-up leadoff double here in the 5th. So Sadie Salas starts things off. Leah Perez now, who's 0 for 2 with a walk, has scored twice. She's reached twice. Shows bunt. Brings it back, takes the ball down. One ball, no strikes to count here to Perez. Showing bunt again. For Canyon's Avery Alvarez in there to play D still. She took over for Mejia. This one hit out into left center field. That's a base hit. They again will not challenge Mia Reese, who was able to cut it off. So it'll split the runners to first and third. That play early in the ballgame from Mia Reese has so far saved Canyons a couple of runs. We'll see if they can continue that here. But back-to-back hits to open the inning for Bakersfield. And now Briley Bramhall, who's 1 for 1 with a base hit and a couple of walks. Chance to make it a 7-run lead once again for the Renegades. Takes the first pitch up and away. Bramhall hits this one in the air towards deep left center field. Reese going back will make the play. She'll try for the runner at second base, but it will not be in time. It's a sacrifice fly ball for Bramhall. Reese again out there patrolling and taking away balls that might be base hits otherwise. Can't save a run, though, on this one, unfortunately. What she can do in terms of that. She's done just about everything else defensively for Canyons today that she could. As here's Serenity Angulo. Couple of hits and 3 at-bats. Takes a called strike. So now for Bakersfield, you're up by 7. Perez represents an 8-run lead and a chance to try and finish the ballgame out in 5 potentially. If you can push that one across and hold Canyons to a blank in their half of the 5th. Canyons beat Bakersfield up on the road at Bakersfield, 5-2 on the 27th of March. Renegades trying to return the favor. This ball lifted in the air towards deep right field. Pecor able to make a basket catch. Her throw, though, gets away. Pecor scoops and fires to the plate. It's not going to be in time, as under the tag was Perez, and Bakersfield is an 8-run lead. So Angulo flies out. It's just a regular fly out, and then an error on Canyons on the throw from Pecor that allows Perez to score. And now see. And it looks like John Wismath gonna go to Gabby Wensley here. So the third pitcher for Canyons. That'll officially end the day for Murrow. So Wensley comes in with 2 outs in the 5th. For Murrow, she goes 3 2/3. Gives up 4 hits. So far has allowed 2 runs. Walked 3, struck out 1. And is responsible, or actually that actually closes the book on her. So we'll see Gabby Wensley. Canyons has used all 3 of their pitchers now. Wensley 0 for 1 on the season in 6 appearances, an ERA of 6. 17 hits and 9 1/3. 15 runs, 8 earned, 11 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Pitched for the first time in 22 games on Saturday against Palomar, getting her second appearance in as many games. We'll face Andrea Barajas now. With the bases empty, Barajas 0 for 2, reached on an error. Walked and grounded a third. 8-run Bakersfield lead. Wensley's pitch misses down. Three balls, no strikes to count here to Barajas. Wensley walks around 4 pitches. So here's Elizabeth Aldretti. Singled, walked, and flew to center field. It's an 8-run lead for Bakersfield here in the 5th. They hold Canyons scoreless. In their half of the 5th, the ball game is over. As we play 8 after 5. Same as the NCAA. Bakersfield riding a 6-run first inning. This 9-1 lead. This ball hit on the ground towards short. Petretti, a long throw, but in time to set down Aldretti. So Bakersfield gets 2. They lead 9-1 as we go here to the Canyons half of the 5th. So some changes coming for Bakersfield here. Looks like Serenity Angulo into the circle. Try and see what the other change is here defensively. But Angulo, 6-8 on the year, 4.81 ERA, and 21 appearances. She does have one save. 96 innings, 126 hits, 77 runs, 66 walks, or 66 earned, 33 walks, and 67 strikeouts on the season. As she'll face Gabby Wensley to lead things off. So here's Wensley at the plate. 176 hitter on the season is Wensley. Gulo back to work, swung on and missed. And Alexia Martinez actually out in right field here, so they just switch places. 0-2 from Angulo, misses down. Martinez, 3 errors on the season defensively, out in right field now. You are following along at home with the scorebook. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count here to Wensley. She's down on strikes. So 1 away. Canyon's going to pinch hit for Skylar Vanole here. I would imagine Isabel Mena going to get the call, but we'll wait and see. And it looks like that is indeed who gets the call here.
38 for 4. 38. 38 for 4.
So Mena in the 5th. Canyon's down to their final 2 outs of the ball game. Mena hits .219 on the year. Home run, 7 runs batted in. Makes the first pitch from Angulo. Martinez 4 solid so far in the ball game today in the circle. Gave up just the 1 run. And has only allowed 2 hits. Angulo trying to clean it up for her here. For Martinez, the only inning she really got into a lot of trouble was the second when she gave up the home run to Vierick, the single to Pecor. In the 4th, she walked Vierick. Petretti reached on an error. They got Pecor on a ground ball to 3rd, and then she struck out Alvarez to end the inning. So those were the only 2 innings where Canyons had any traffic. Like to get some here in the 5th, as you need at least 1 to stretch the ball game beyond the 5th inning at this point if you're Canyons. Mena waits on a 2-1. Swings and pops it up. This one will stay in play, and a great play. Actually, they say a foul ball for Barajas as it hit the netting. I thought she made an excellent play, but they say just got the netting. Maybe the netting held it in the glove. The home plate umpire, Earl Thomas, right there. So Mena will get new life. Boy, an excellent play from Barajas that time, though, to even make the play. Kind of snow-coned it, but said the netting was there to help it. And Mena swings and lifts the next pitch on the infield. Popped out to the shortstop, Salas. So 2 down, Canyons down to their final out here. As Yahali Gonzalez, who's 0 for 2, 0 for her last 11. Trying to get a 2-out rally and needing a major one here for Canyons started. So they trail 8-1 or 9-1. Good pitch from Angulo. There's actually a B on. There's a B on Andrea Barajas' helmet. Now it's attacking Yahali Gonzalez. The home plate umpire, Earl Thomas, actually backed off. I think we've ever seen that before. Something new all the time. Balls in 1 strike to Gonzalez. That one misses down. This one chopped on the ground towards short. Salas scoops and fires. That is the ball game. Bakersfield, an excellent game today for the Renegades. A 6-run first inning. They take it 9-1. For Canyons, 1 run on just 2 hits in the ball game. 3 errors, and they only left 3 on. For Bakersfield, 9 runs on 7 hits, 1 Renegade error, and they left 9 on base. Martinez gets the win. Akane Gonzalez gets the loss. Game started at 2 p.m., ends at 4:20. So an hour and 50-minute game time. That's the end of the regular season for College of the Canyons. They finished 20-20 on the year. And now we'll wait and see if they can get some seeding into the 3C 2A playoffs. For Bakersfield, 1 more to go. They're 21-18 now on the year. And likely will stay in that 13th spot in the RPI. Canyons hoping to stay in the 14th spot and avoid the play. And that'll do it for us here. We hope to see you on Thursday for baseball, everybody. Final regular season home game for baseball against West LA. That'll do it for us here on the softball regular season webcast. We hope you enjoyed, and we hope to see you again here soon.